Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. SurfCal. We're doing some more Final Fantasy 4 Free Enterprise Randomizer. We're gonna try and take it to the next level this time. Last two I did that I put videos up for were had free lunches enabled, which means that you can get characters without having any restrictions. It's a lot easier to fill out your party. We're gonna try doing a run with no free lunches. Which means we only get characters that require key items to get, or bosses. None of the free stuff. So, we've got a Sid start, which is pretty solid. Sid starts at a pretty high level. He has lots of hit points. It's good for early game. Let's see who we get him paired with. And what our key item is. See, that's Palom, I think. And we got the pan. That's actually a really good pull. That's going to be 3 items later. Once we get to the underground, that's a lot of items all at once. And this is a decent amount of power early on. This should be good for just burning through the first few bosses. Like we may even be able to grab the Baron in check real quick. So if you haven't watched these before, that could be Imps. It's Iridia. We'll wait on that until we get more items, and then probably come back and do it quick. Curse could be good later. So, I'm doing better than I had been, but there's a lot in this game, and I'm definitely learning more of where certain items are each time. I'm learning better strategy each time I play through. Like I said, I've done about 10 of these off stream probably. I haven't finished all of them, but I've at least played a lot of them. Boreas is very good early game. Wizard Robe on Palom is very good. There's Iridia there. That's not bad. Check Mist Village. Oh, I forgot to check the item shop in Baron. We'll have to do that when we go back. That's really good. Silver Wrench and Change Rod. Those are good for the 2 characters we have. Let's do a quick check in the weapon shop. I really don't like that palette for Sid. Okay, so we're grabbing an Ice Arrow, and the reason I'm grabbing an Ice Arrow is because if I find a bow, any bow, we can give Sid the back row glitch, which lets him do normal damage from the back row, which will give him even better defense for early game. Since I haven't started it yet in this one, the goal here is going to be to get the Legend Sword and the Adamant Ore. Normally that forges the Excalibur. In this version of the game, it forges the Crystal, which you need. Sorcerer Robe is even better. We're going to leave the rest of that for later. Debating. I think, you know what, we've got a good enough start I think we're gonna go grab our character from Hobbs quick, and then we're gonna go back and get Rydia. And hope the second boss in that area is not bad. That's always the trick. We don't have life items yet. Silver. Ice. Samurai. Very good defense right off the bat. I think, let's see, Wizard is 5. Sorcerer's like 5 Wisdom Will. Yeah, way better. We don't want Cursed. And then Lilith is 5. I forgot to save. So yeah, the goal is to get the adamant, or to get the crystal, and then to get to Zeromus, which you can either do by going to the moon or by getting the pass. Key items are all in the normal spots, but they're randomized as to where they are. Bosses are all in the same spots, but they're randomized as to what they are. They use the same stats as the normal bosses, so in this case it's, you know, the normal boss for this area. This is actually a really good spot too, or a really easy fight rather. That could be a problem. Hopefully he'll use size on Sid. Maybe? We'll just go ahead and burn this. I really just want to get through this fight. That was really unfortunate. Well then. Yeah, no, we're dead unless we get us, unless he casts size again. I mean, I'll take it. That was a really bad fight. And I really would have preferred if those other characters got XP also, but oh well. Wizard Hat. Surreal will sell for cash, or we can use it to make Rydia a healer temporarily. It's very expensive, but it's very good healing also. I don't think we've got cabins. And we just burned a bunch of those items. You know what? I don't like using those items. We're gonna do a reset. One of the things that I figured out from last time that I did this, it's how to reset the game without losing my recording. Let's check the Bool first. Let's check some item shops. Because that is what we're looking for right there. Probably should have saved that because we know there's a radio waiting. but you need what you need. And Dancing Dagger wouldn't be bad. Let's grab that. We know that's coming too. You know what? Let's do this. Trying to remember how we need to do this. There we go. That should do it. So now we should be able to do... And then we'll do dancing. I mean, we can check what the gauntlet is, I suppose. We actually have a bunch of life items, so it's good. Maybe? This is another not super hard location, so... Ew. Antlion could be bad, but I think we'll be okay. We really want to keep him alive so that we can do this. Awesome. Let's see if we can get away with this. Awesome. As long as he keeps hitting Sid, we're good. This is an kind of annoying spot because I don't know exactly how much or how many hit points it has. Awesome. Column gets Ice 2 and Fire 2, and Lit 2, and Stop. It feels much better. Also has more hit points. Less squishy Palom is good. Now we should be able to go get Yang much more easily. And there's the hook. Perfect. Dancing daggers are really neat because they give you special attack you can use, as you may have noticed, that lets you use magic attack instead of physical. They don't last very long as far as how good they are, but early game they're really good. Okay, let's try this again. I'm feeling much more confident. So as long as we don't get Sid minied, we'll be okay. I also think we need to have Palom use the items. Although at this point he may be able to just blast away with Ice 2. Let's see if this does it. We're going to use a life glitch here. That'll actually allow us to get the XP for that enemy twice. And Mini doesn't affect Palom's ability to cast magic. So that should kill. Much better. It's always amazing what that little adjustment can do. So downside with this is there's no key item for it. Okay. So that's a decent start. Yang isn't great in the back row, and he's basically... He ends up doing okay late game, but he's not great early game. It takes a while to get going, and part of it's because his equipment doesn't actually give him better attack. Some of them boost his stats, most of them just give elemental FND or special abilities. Let's see if there's items here. Warfax is another way to get people attacking from the back row. It's a throwing axe. Tents. We'll do like 5 tents. Not enough for that. That's right, we actually want that. We'll do a Soma drop. We've got better arrows now. We don't need 2 Lilith rods, probably. Maybe. I keep forgetting we have 2 casters coming on. That would have actually been really nice to have for that last fight. The hourglasses. Okay. So we've got hourglasses, we've got life. That's a decent start at least. I think we're gonna head over to Baron and try that fight. See who the second boss in the area is. We also did get the hook, though. And we can still do Antlion. Yeah, let's get Rydia first. Yeah, let's get Rydia first. As I walk into the wrong area. Water Hag, we just have to survive 3 rounds. We'll see who the second boss is. This is pretty much a gimme. It would have been nice if this was in a harder location. He does hit pretty hard in the wrong or in certain spots, but yeah, we'll be fine. That's a moon boss. That's not good. I'm trying to remember how many hit points this thing has. Barren Town. I don't have those ones listed. Great. We're gonna start with this. It's strong against ice, and it counters with blizzard. We're getting really close here. I think if we can just get a couple more hits in, maybe 1500. That is the effect of mini. Just nukes your defense and your physical attack. As long as we don't get a full counterattack, we should be okay. He's only going to hit one person at a time, so we can always life potion back. We just have to actually keep all of our keep up with life potions. That was miss. That could have been really bad. This is why we buy so many life potions, just for the record. Most of the time it's way easier to just resurrect people rather than trying to keep up with healing on some of these harder boss fights. There we go. And it was while everybody was alive, not that the fight gives XP. Nice. So there's our access to Zero Mist when we actually get there. And Rydia joined. Rydia may actually be more powerful than Yang right now once we get a level. Oops. We want flame. So Rydia's whips make her magic weaker, but make her physical attacks much stronger. Oh crap. Never actually checked this item shop, so let's do that real quick. That was worth it. Let's get a couple. I like having what is it, Thor Rage? Yeah, I like having Thor Rages around just in case you need them for something like the Kanazo fight. Basically gives you a way to do electricity without having to just rely on Palom in case your timing's off. Let's do a quick clear here. Rod. I think we're actually good there. We do want Ashura. And we'll check the other, or we'll check both item shops here. And then we'll head up to the castle. Cure ones. You know what? I'm gonna grab one kamikaze. Just in case for plague. You want to be able to kill your characters quickly against plague, just in case you need to make him recast count. Okay. So this start has been odd. We'll call it so far. I'm not super impressed with this party. If we can get a heroine robe, we'll be in good shape. But right now, we have a bunch of mediocre attackers. Runex makes that a little bit different. Runex is a very strong axe. Just real quick check here, Dragoon. I still don't think we have anything for Yang. Unless he can equip like Samurai or something. Nope. Yeah. Not super impressed. That's the biggest problem with some of the characters like Yang and Dark Knight Cecil, is they don't get equipment that's actually usable. Because of where they are in the game, they never get high-end equipment available. Let's do Antlion. We don't want to do the hook unless we absolutely have to. I mean, I suppose it would be an option to go down to Eblin and at least get the character. Especially because that could be Edge or Fusoya. But we can clear this cave quick first. And that way we'll have an idea of whether or not we need to full clear it. This dungeon has a lot of treasure chests in it. There's a lot of and a fairly easy boss with a key item. So as long as we don't get a really scary physical attacker here, we'll be okay. And at this point, we may actually still be okay. And I just realized I can do this because we had the back row glitch on her. That'll help since she hasn't actually gained any levels yet. What this party is really lacking is a white mage. We could really use a Rosa here, or actually a Porum would be fine. Moon Boss. Pogo Pogo, really? So that's going to do half their health every time. It is percentage based. And I think we're just going to wail on him. Radio gains some levels, and more importantly, we get Baron Key. Okay, so that gives us another rabbit hole. That's a little bit of a dangerous one because it isn't a great location. There are several bosses and a couple key items there. We probably aren't ready for the Odin spot with this party especially. So I'm thinking I may go grab... Let's go hit up Eblin. I'm not gonna plan on diving full into Eblin, I don't think. We'll go get the character, and then we'll back out and do Baron. This is making me second guess myself. I mean, there's not a ton of options for this, and honestly, getting to the underworld ground would be really nice, but I don't know if we're ready for that trek yet. It's another cave, or it's another shop, rather, and another character that can be Fusoya, can be Edge. Cure 3s are really good, but they're very expensive. Let's see what we can sell here. We have a lot of stuff. That's probably okay to sell. That's okay to sell. That's okay to sell. That we want to give Yang. Probably don't need those. We'll grab a Bacchus wine, I suppose. It's better than no Bacchus wine. So with this party, Bacchus wine is one of the ways we can actually get some healing. Or, not get some healing. Bacchus wine is Berserk, which is really, really good. Berserking somebody like Sid is going to go a long way. We're not going to open treasure chests along the way. Because if we get the trap chest, it's going to hurt. Actually, we can just go ahead and get the character. Edge. Glad we saved that. And that's a... What is that? Mylon? I hate the robed characters. I'm pretty sure that's a Mylon. Okay, so we've got Edge. Good last character rounds it out. We can always replace some of these other characters later. And we can give him double full moon. That's decent. Bandana, black belt. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do that. We want slowest character in the middle. Okay, so we're going to duck down here to the save point. Just in case we run into the trap chest. There's only one trap chest in this entire dungeon. So if we clear it, if we basically clear it backwards, if we find the trap chest, we know where it is. And if we don't find the trap chest, then that's fine. We can also just try and fight it at this point. Having that edge makes a big difference. Elven bow is good. Drain sword is terrible, but we can sell it. Okay. So that was a pretty good haul, and we didn't get the trap chest yet. There's the trap chest, okay. These things have a lot of hit points. This should be a pretty solid boost to XP, though. Which should... I think this treasure haul and getting into... Yeah, there we go. Basically, I think this should be enough to get us through Baron Castle. And a black robe is decent. Not great. I think Sorcerer is actually better. But it's decent. So actually, if we do this... I don't think he's got anything there. Wizard, and he's got good enough stuff that we could actually give him like the Lilith Rod or the Change Rod. And then we'll give Rydia the Sorcerer robe, so she actually has some better defense. Along with the tiara. Flame is good. That should be fine. Ice. see if you can do samurai. Can. Awesome. Pretty sure that's good. Lunar staff is okay, but that'll be for white mage. Let's clear out some space. Actually, silence is the same as lunar except better. Never mind. Okay. There. We're set on money for a while. We've got a good haul. I'm hoping we don't have to go back through this area for the hook. If we find the magma key, we'll be good. I really don't want to do the tower unless we have to. There's several hard boss fights that are higher level. But we can do it if we need to. Chances are the Baron Key will give us something worthwhile, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Actually, did we? We have not healed, and I don't think we have any tents. Actually, no, we have a few. Yeah, we have some. We're good. So we'll go get that save point. And hope we find something useful in here. The main thing we're looking for at this point is a good key item. So I can always pick up more treasure on the way back, but I actually don't have a ton that I need. Like, outside of a heroine robe for Rydia to make her even better physical attacker right now. Like, when that's the limit of what I'm looking for, I mean, like, you could always get like a Murasame or something, or I mean, double full moon is pretty solid though. Yang could get like cat claws or something, but again, it's not great regardless. This is Dark Imp. Okay, so we're just gonna wreck this, is what it's looking like from the damage that just dealt. You can see their edges much, much faster than Callum and Iridia. not a good way to safety save here. Yeah, let's just do the regular fight first. We'll do the king fight. This shouldn't be too bad, question mark. Again, judging by the damage he's doing, I'm not super worried. Yeah, let's do a heal. If we had Quake, we'd be in way better shape, but that's okay. I forgot he put wall up. That was a really bad brain fart. I mean, yeah, I totally meant to do that to break Rydia's entanglement. Yeah. We'll have Palom focus on the arms, since he can't cast on the body. Perfect timing. Everyone gains levels. This is working pretty well. Is that Porum? That's Porum. Really don't care for Yang, but he's actually starting to finally get good, and he's got a good HP pool. And Rydia's got better physical stuff, and I've got her healing thing, but it's not the right healing thing. Yeah, we're getting rid of Rydia, I guess. We really need real white magic. Rydia can't pull that. We may find another Rydia, and if we do, I may switch Yang out eventually, but... or Sid, even. But right now, chances are I'm much more likely to replace Palom and have double white mage with cruisers. It's my favorite build. Magma Key. I'm glad I made that decision. Let's see, we want Elven Bow, Artemis, swap Silence, Tiara, Sorcerer. Let's go to Agart. Stop by the item shop quick. Perfect. And then I forgot to do that, so we'll do darkness, and we'll keep the rest of the arrows for specific fights. See, this is why we don't do Hook right away. Why we don't do Ublin Cave right away. So I think we're going to call this a good spot to break before I go down into the underworld, or we'll pick back up with our underground checks. Which, actually, let's do summon monsters first. Okay, so hopefully you're enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.